Every time I have a conversation with somebody and I tell them I'm a lawyer, the first question that I get is, what is your specialization? And it is surprisingly so difficult to answer without a longer explanation because it is a niche that most people do not anticipate. It is none other than cannabis hemp laws in India. For over 5 years, I have worked in this space across litigation, policy, and industry advisory. And yet, it remains one of the most misunderstood and stigmatized subjects in our legal system as well as our society. So, let us begin with a simple clarification. Cannabis is not merely ganja or charas, and it is certainly not limited to recreational use. It is a complex botanical genus scientifically classified as cannabis sativa with variations such as indica, comprising over 500 identified chemical compounds far beyond just THC and CBD. It is, in fact, an extraordinarily versatile plant with applications extending across medicine, textiles, bioplastics, fuels, cosmetics, agriculture, environmental sustainability, and even cultural and religious significance. Its relevance has endured for centuries and it would have not survived the global prohibition, including three United Nations drug control treaties, had it not possessed such intrinsic value. Now, most people assume that cannabis as a plant is entirely illegal in India, and that assumption is actually legally incorrect. In India, cannabis is primarily regulated under the NDPS Act, which is the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act, which criminalizes specific parts of the plant. Number one, ganja, which refers to the flowering tops. Two, charas, which is the resin, and three, any preparations derived from these. And while certain medicinal derivatives, particularly those involving regulated THC content, may be permitted under Ayush frameworks, charas remains outrightly prohibited. However, other parts of the plant, such as the leaves, seeds, stems, and roots, particularly when not accompanied by the flowering tops or resin, fall outside this strict prohibitory definition, which means in law, cannabis is not a strictly prohibited substance. Further, under the Indian constitutional framework, legislative and regulatory powers over intoxicating substances are largely vested in the states, which is why enforcement, licensing, and policy approaches can and actually do vary across the country. So, when we speak about cannabis law in India, we are not only dealing with a blanket ban, we're actually dealing with a highly technical legal structure where classification determines criminality, and that's precisely what I will be breaking down one provision at a time.